Hi, everybody. This is Allison from Allykatkreations. How are you? The Urantia Book. I'm going to read paper 13, The Sacred Spheres of Paradise. Before I do, share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I'm going to get started. I'm trying not to rant or to be upset, because that doesn't do anything. Between the central Isle of Paradise and the innermost of the Havona planetary circuits, there are situated in space 3 lesser circuits of special spheres. The innermost circuit consists of 7 secret spheres of the Universal Father. The second group is composed of 7 luminous worlds of the Eternal Sun. In the outermost are the 7 immense spheres of the Infinite Spirit, the executive headquarters, worlds of the 7 master spirits. These 3 7-world circuits of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit are spheres of unexcelled grandeur and unimagined glory. Even their material or physical construction is of an order unrevealed to you. Each circuit is diverse in material, and each world of each circuit is different, excepting the 7 worlds of the Sun, which are alike in physical constitution. All 21 are enormous spheres, and each group of 7 is differently eternalized. As far as we know, they have always been, like paradise, they are eternal. There exists neither record nor tradition of their origin. The 7 secret spheres of the Universal Father circulating about paradise in close proximity to the Eternal Isle are highly reflective of the spiritual luminosity of the central shining of the eternal deities, shedding this light of divine glory throughout paradise and even upon the 7 circuits of Havona. On the 7 sacred worlds of the Eternal Sun, there appear to take origin the impersonal energies of spirit luminosity. No personal being may sojourn on any of these 7 shining realms. With spiritual glory, they illuminate all paradise and Havona, and they directionalize pure spirit luminosity to the 7 super universes. These brilliant spheres of second circuit likewise emit their light without heat, to paradise and to the billion worlds of 7 circuited central universes. The 7 worlds of the infinite spirit are occupied by 7 master spirits who preside over the destinies of the 7 super universes, sending forth the spiritual illumination of the third person of deity to those creations of time and space. And all Havona, but not the Isle of Paradise, is bathed in these spiritualizing influences. Although the worlds of the Father are ultimate status spheres for our Father endowed personalities, this is not their exclusive function. Many beings and entities other than personal sojourn on these worlds. Each world in the circuit of the Father and the circuit of the Spirit has a distinct type of permanent citizenship, but we think the Sun's worlds are inhabited by uniform types of stuck page, other than personal beings. Father fragments are among the natives of Divinington, The other orders of permanent citizenship are unrevealed to you. The 21 paradise satellites serve many purposes in both central and super universes, not disclosed in the narratives. You are able to understand so little of the life of these spheres that you cannot hope to gain anything like a constant view of them, either as to nature or function. Thousands of activities are going on when are unrevealed to you. These 21 spheres embrace the potentials of the function of the master universe. These papers afford only a fleeting glimpse of certain circumscribed activities pertaining to the present universe, age of the grand universe, rather one of the 7 sectors of the grand universe. That's a lot right there. The 7 sacred worlds of the Father. This should be very interesting. I'm like hot and cold at the same time, so I do apologize. And also, I don't know if anybody saw my earlier video, my teeth are very loose. I'm having a hard time pronouncing certain things, so please bear with me. I am trying my best, but like from here to here pops down, and there's like the glue that I put in, or like fix it and stuff, isn't really holding because there's really nothing there to hold. So I'm trying not to complain, but I just want to like let you guys know my predicament with projecting certain words. I don't want you to think that, I mean, I can't pronounce for shit anyways, but like I'm trying, and it's just a complete utter fail today. But I need to get these readings done so you guys have enough just in case I am shut off. The Father Circuit of Sacred Life Spheres contains the only inherent personality secrets in the universe of universes. These satellites of paradise, the innermost of the 3 circuits, are the only forbidden domains concerned with personality in the central universe. Neither paradise and the worlds of the sun are likewise closed to personalities, but neither of those realms is in any way directly concerned with the personality. Sorry, guys, I have spirit coming in. It's probably my father. Too much energy. Woo! Father pulled back a little bit. Not the father in this book. my passed on dad. The paradise worlds of the Father are directed by the highest order of the stationary sons of the Trinity, the Trinitized secrets of supremacy. Of these worlds, I can tell little. Of their manifold activities, I may tell less. Such information concerns only those beings who function thereon and go forth therefrom. And though I am somewhat familiar with 6 of these special worlds, never have I landed on Divinington. The world is wholly forbidden to me. One of the reasons for the secrecy of these worlds is because each of these sacred spheres enjoys a specialized representation or manifestation of the deities composing the paradise trinity, not a personality, but a unique presence of divinity, which can only be appreciated and comprehended by those particular groups of intelligences resident on or admissible to the particular sphere. The Trinitized secrets of supremacy are the personal agents of these specialized and impersonal presences of divinity, and the secrets of supremacy are highly personal beings, superbly endowed and marvelously adapted to their exalted and exacting work. Divinington, this world is, in a unique sense, the, quote, bosom of the Father, end quote, the personal communion sphere of the universal Father, and thereon is of the thought adjusters, but it is also the home of numerous other entities, personalities, and other beings taking origin in the universal Father. Many personalities besides the eternal Son are of direct origin by the solitary acts of the universal Father. Only the Father fragments in those personalities of other beings, Dad, stop, of direct and exclusive origin in the universal Father fraternize and function on this abode. The secret of Divinington include the secret of the bestowal and mission of thought adjusters, their nature, origin, and the technique of their contract with lowly creatures of the evolutionary worlds in a secret of this paradise sphere. These amazing transactions do not personally concern the rest of us, and therefore do the deities deem it proper to withhold certain features of this great and divine ministry from our full understanding. Insofar as we come in contact with this phase of divine activity, we are permitted full knowledge of these transactions, but concerning the intimate details of these great bestowal, we are not fully informed. The sphere also holds the secrets of nature, purpose, and activities of all other forms of Father fragments and of the gravity messengers, and of hosts of other beings unrevealed to you. It is highly probable that those truths pertaining to Divinington, which are withheld from me, if revealed, would merely confuse and handicap me in my present work. And still again, perhaps they are bound the conceptual capacity of my order of being. So when my father comes to me in spirit, I want to break down and cry, and then I feel my hand being held. So I don't think my father cares that I am doing a video. He's trying to get to me. He could download something in my brain and I can receive it later. Sonarington. Like sonar-ing-ton. These words in these books, I cannot. Although I love this book. This sphere is the bosom of the sun, the personal receiving world of the eternal Son. It is the paradise headquarters of the descending and ascending sons of God, when and after they are fully accredited and finally approved. This world is the paradise home for all sons of the eternal Son and of his coordinate and associate sons. There are numerous orders of divine sonship attached to this supernal abode, which have not been revealed to mortals, since they are not concerned with the plans of the ascension scheme of human spiritual progression through the universes and on to paradise. The secrets of Sonarington include the secret of the incarnation of the divine sons. When a son of God becomes a son of man, he is literally born of women, as is occurring right along throughout the universes, and it is a Sonarington secret of divine sonship. The adjusters are a mystery of God the Father. The incarnation of the divine Son is a mystery of God the Son. It is a secret lock up in the seventh sector of Sonarington, a realm penetrated by none save those who have personally passed through this unique experience. Only those phases of incarnation having to do with your ascension career have been brought to your notice. There are many other phases of this mystery of the incarnation of Paradise Sons, of unrevealed types on missions of universe service, which are undisclosed to you. And there are still other Solitarington mysteries. Maybe I went through this place before, who knows? Spiritington. I have to laugh at myself. Because, wow. This world is the, quote, bosom of the spirit, end quote. The paradise home of the high beings that exclusively represent the infinite spirit. Here gather the 7 master spirits and certain of their offspring from all universes. At this celestial abode, many also have found numerous unrevealed orders of spirit personalities, beings assigned to the manifold activities of the universe, not associated with the plans of upstepping the mortal creatures of time to the paradise levels of eternity. The secrets of Solitarington involve the impenetrable mysteries of reflectivity. We tell you of the vast and universal phenomenon of reflectivity, more particularly as is operative on the headquarter worlds of the 7 super universes. But we never fully explain this phenomenon, for we do not fully understand it. Much, very much, we do comprehend, but many basic details are still mysterious to us. Reflectivity is a secret of God the Spirit. You have been instructed concerning reflectivity functions in relation to the ascension scheme of mortal survival, and it does so operate, but reflectivity is also an indispensable feature of the normal working of numerous other phases of universe occupation. This endowment of the infinite spirit is also utilized in channels other than those of intelligence gathering and information discrimination. And there are other secrets of Spiritington. All right, we're going to take a crack at this one. Vice-Egretington. Vice-Gurington? We're going to go with that one. This planet is the bosom of the Father and the Son, and is the secret sphere of certain unrevealed beings who take origin by the acts of the Father and the Son. This is also the paradise home of many glorified beings of complex ancestry, those whose origin is complicated because of the many diverse techniques operative in the 7 super universes. Many groups of beings foregather on this world whose identity has not been revealed to Urantia mortals. The secrets of Vice-Gurington include the secrets of trinitization and trinitization constitutes, the secret of authority to represent the Trinity, to act as vice-gerents of the gods. Authority to represent the Trinity attaches only to those beings, revealed and unrevealed, who are trinitized, created, eventuated, or eternalized by any 2 or 3 of the Paradise Trinity. Personalities brought into being by the trinitizing acts of certain types of glorified creatures represents no more than the conceptual potential mobilized in that trinitization, albeit such creatures may ascend the path of deity, embrace open to all of their kind. Non-trinitized beings do not fully understand the technique of trinitization by either 2 or 3 creators or by certain creatures. You will never fully understand such a phenomenon unless, in the far distant future of your glorified career, you should essay and succeed in such an adventure, because otherwise these secrets of Vice Gurrington will always be forbidden you. But to me, a high Trinity origin being, all sectors of Vice Gurrington are open. I fully understand and just as fully sacredly protect the secret of my origin and destiny. There are still other forms and phases of Trinitization which have not been brought to the notice of the Urantia peoples. And these experiences and these personal aspects are duly protected in the secret sector of Vice Gurrington. Solitarington. This is the bosom of the Father and the Spirit, and is rendezvous of the magnificent host of unrevealed beings of origin in the conjoint acts of the universal Father and the infinite Spirit, beings who partake of the traits of the Father in addition to their spirit inheritance. This is also the home of the solitary messengers and of other personalities of the super angelic orders. I resonate with this a lot. You know a very few of these beings. There are vast numbers of orders unrevealed on Urantia. Because they are domiciled on the fifth world, it does not necessarily follow that the Father had aught to do with the creation of solitary messengers or their super angelic associates. But this universe age, he does have to do with their function. During the present universe age, this also the stratosphere of the universe power directors. There are numerous additional orders of spirit personalities, beings unknown to mortal men, who look up Solitarington as their paradise home sphere. It should be remembered that all divisions and levels of universe activities are just as fully provided with spirit ministers as is the realm concerned with the helping mortal man ascend to his divine paradise destiny. The secrets of Solitarington, besides certain secrets of Trinitization, this world holds the secrets of the personal relation of the infinite spirit with certain of the higher offspring of the third source and center. On Solitarington are held the mysteries of the intimate association of numerous unveiled orders with the spirits of the Father, of the Son, and of the Spirit, with the threefold spirit of Trinity, and with the spirits of the Supreme, the ultimate and the super ultimate. Seraphington. This sphere is the bosom of the Spirit, the Son, and the Spirit, and is the home world of the vast hosts of unrevealed beings created by the Son and the Spirit. This is also the destiny sphere of all ministering orders of the angelic hosts, including Super Nephim, Secunaphim, and Seraphim. There also serve in a central and outlying universe many orders of superb spirits who are not ministering spirits to those who shall be heirs of salvation. All these spirit workers in all levels and realms of the universe activities look upon Seraphington as their paradise home. The secrets of Seraphington involve a threefold mystery, only one of which I may mention, the mystery of Sepharic transport. The ability of various orders of non-material personalities and to carry them away on lengthy interplanetary journeys is a secret locked up in the sacred sectors of Seraphington. The transport seraphim comprehend this mystery, but they do not communicate to the rest of us, or perhaps they cannot. The other mysteries of Solitarington pertain to personal experiences of types of spirit servers as yet not revealed to mortals. And we refrain from discussing the secrets of such closely related beings because you can almost comprehend such near orders of existence, and it would be akin to betrayal of trust to present even our partial knowledge of such phenomenon. Which is respectable, I guess. Ascendington. The unique world is the bosom of the Father, Son, and Spirit. The rendezvous of the ascent creatures of space, the receiving sphere of the pilgrims of time, who are passing through the Harvona universe on their way to paradise. Ascendington is the actual paradise home of the ascendant souls of time and space until they obtain paradise status. You mortals will spend most of your Harvona vacations on Ascendington. During your Harvona life, Ascendington will be to you what the revision directors would during the local and super universe ascension. Here you will engage in thousands of activities which are beyond the grasp of mortal imagination, and as on every previous advance in the Godward ascent, your human self will here enter into new relationships with your divine self. When you pass away, this is where you go first. Life review. This is where you get your life review. And this is where it's like a holding density. I'll say density. Where, I mean, I'm sure it's not really necessarily called this, but it's where you kind of like take that big, deep, soulful breath and chillax for a bit. And then once you're kind of healed and you get acquainted with everything and you feel light as a feather and you're in your utmost heavenly body, you're given tasks and jobs that you want to do to either balance your karma or become more than what you are at the moment and ascend further up. And then at that time, most people either want to go back into finish their karma cycle. So they come back to 3D and repeat physical life. And some people ascend higher to become spirit guides, not ascending masters yet, but go up the echelons of that and try to obtain the paradise. See, this is where I want to be. I want to go home. I don't want to be here. I want to go home. This is where I would like to be. I like to feel, I like to be out of my misery and torture. Because 6 months, things have not changed. And things aren't changing. They're only getting worse. And I'm already at my rock bottom. I don't know how much further I can go. And if I get lower, I won't be here. Tell you that much. Anywho, you will never fully understand this mysterious transaction until you reach wondering gaze. 1/7 of Ascendington is forbidden to me, that the sector concerned with this very secret, which is or will be the exclusive experience and possession of your type of being. This experience belongs to you, to your human order of existence. My order of personality is not directly concerned with such transactions. It is therefore forbidden to me and eventually revealed to you. But even after it is revealed to you, for some reason, it is forever remains your secret. You do not reveal it to us nor to any other order of beings. We know about the eternal fusion of divine adjuster and immortal soul of human origin, but the ascendant finaliters know the very experience as absolute reality. Now, I had somebody on BitChute write a comment about the Urantia book, about it being channeled by mantis beings, and I actually don't doubt that. Other beings helped create this, and beings that are outside of our some people's comprehensions, not necessarily mine. I don't see this being, even if it was infiltrated, their service to self still has to tell you the karmic truth, because that's their truth. They got to tell you what it is. They're not here infringing on free will, because they're not divulging secrets that are not for the humans to hear right now in mortal avatars. So I don't really feel, when I'm reading any of these, anything out of this book, I don't feel negative. And I get attacked quite often. So there's a lot of theories on this book, on the channeling, the knowing, the whatever, how it was written. All I will say is that I align myself with a lot of what this book has to say, because it's speaking to the levels of other books and theories that have been out for some time now, that are now just starting to get more wind in quantum physics land and multiverse land. So I just want to put that out there and address that comment. You know, I know a lot of people feel certain ways about books, especially works like this. But again, it's you have to take what resonates with you and going down deep within to know if this is something that melds with you and jives with you, or it doesn't. A lot of people don't even understand half of the wording in this book. It is not easy. You have to reread it a few times to really absorb the capacity of everything going on here. But it is intelligently written, just with wording that not in use. It is what it is. I am hoping to have okay. So another thing, I'm trying to get in contact with Paul, not realizing that all the 5-6 text messages that I've sent him never went through. So Paul, if you're watching this, I'm going to email you, because I would love to have another read with you in the next few days. Paul's amazing, and that would cheer me up. But yeah, I felt like after reading that needs to be, that like whole thing needed to be addressed, because a lot of people, when reading, like even when I read a WASP, they're like, what the hell is this? Where did it come from? The Law of One is channeled. Carla Rucker lay down and was in trance, and she spoke from Ra. Anquo, Hatan, Latui, all of it. And just an FYI, a lot of books are channeled works. A lot. They just don't know the names of the beings. When I get ideas and imagery of artwork I want to create, that's not necessarily it could be my imagination, but a lot of the times when it comes out of nowhere in the middle of the night, and I'm not thinking about making art or, you know, for grounds and compositions and materials that I would like to use on a project, I'm not thinking of those things. And all of a sudden something pops in my brain. That's not from me. That's from someone upstairs that wants to give me an idea to use to make a piece of artwork. That's channeling. A lot of people who write books do so from channeling. Either their higher selves or something else. There's nothing wrong with it. As long as it's coming from a divine spirit, could be creator itself. Just saying, something to think about. Father world relationships. These home worlds of the diverse orders of spiritual beings are tremendous and stupendous spheres, and they are equal to paradise in their matchless beauty and superb glory. They are rendezvous, you guys know what I'm talking about, worlds, reunion spheres, serving as permanent cosmic addresses. As finaliters, you will be domiciled on paradise, but Ascendington will be your home address at all times, even when you enter service in outer space. Through all eternity, you will regard Ascendington as your home of sentimental memories and reminiscent recollections. When you become seventh stage spirit beings, possibly you will give up your residential status on paradise. If outer universes are in the making, if they are to be inhabited by time creatures of ascension potential, then we infer that these children of the future will also be destined to look upon Ascendington as their paradise home world. Ascendington is the only sacred sphere that will be unreservedly open to your inspection as paradise arrival. Vice-Erginton is the only sacred sphere that is wholly and unreserved open to my scrutiny, though its secrets are concerned in my origin. In this universe age, I do not regard Vice-Erginton as my home. Trinity origin beings and Trinitized beings are not the same. The Trinity origin beings do not fully share the Father's worlds. They have their soul homes on the Isle of Paradise in close proximity to the most holy sphere. They often appear on Ascendington, the bosom of the Father, Son, Spirit, where they fraternize with their brethren who have come up from the lowly worlds of space. You might assume the Creator's sons, being of Father, Son origin, would regard Vice-Erginton as their home, but such is not the case in the universe age of the function of God the sevenfold. And there are many similar problems that will perplex you, for you are sure to encounter many difficulties as you attempt to understand these things which are so near paradise. Nor can you successfully reason out these questions. You know so little. And if you knew more about the Father's worlds, you would simply encounter more difficulties until you knew all about them. Status on any of these secret worlds is acquired by service as well as by nature of origin, and the successive universe ages may and do redistribute certain of these personality groupings. The worlds of the inner circuit are really fraternal or status worlds more than actual residence spheres. Mortals will attain some status on each of the Father's worlds, save one. For example, when your mortals attain Havona, you are granted clearance in Ascendington, where you are most welcome, but you are not permitted to visit the other 6 sacred worlds. Subsequent to your passage through the paradise regime, and after your admission to the corpse of the finality, you are granted clearance for Sorentin, since you are sons of God as well as ascenders, and you are even more. but there always remain 1/7 of Solitarington, that the sector of the incarnation secrets of divine sons, which will not be open to your scrutiny. Never will those secrets be revealed to the ascended sons of God. Eventually, you will have full access to Ascendington and relative access to the other spheres of the Father except Divinington. But even when you are granted permission to land on 5 additional secret spheres, after you have become a finaliter, you will not be allowed to visit other sectors of such worlds, nor will you be permitted to land on the shores of Divinington, the bosom of the Father, though you shall surely stand repeatedly at the right hand of the Father. Never throughout all eternity will there arise any necessity for your presence on the world of the thought adjusters. I feel like it's going to rain again. These rendezvous worlds of spirit life are forbidden ground to the extent that we are asked not to negotiate entrance into those phases of these spheres, which even as a universal Father is deity perfect, but you may not know all the experimental secrets of all other orders of universe personalities. When the Creator has an experimental personality secret with his creature, the Creator preserves the secret in his eternal confidence. All these secrets are supposedly known to the collective body of the Trinitized secret of supremacy. These beings are fully known only by their special world groups. They are little comprehended by other orders. After you obtain paradise, you will know and ardently love the 10 secrets of supremacy who direct Ascendington, except Divinington. You will also achieve a partial understanding of the secrets of supremacy on the other worlds of the Father, though not so perfectly as Ascendington. The Trinitized secrets of supremacy, as their name might suggest, are related to the Supreme. They are likewise related to the ultimate and to the future supreme ultimate. These secrets of supremacy are the secrets of supreme and also secrets of the ultimate, even the secrets of supreme ultimate. It's a mouthful. The sacred worlds of the eternal Son. The 7 luminary spheres of the eternal Son are the worlds of the 7 phases of spirit, pure spirit existence. These shining orbs are the source of the threefold light of paradise and Havona, their influence being largely, but not wholly, confined to the central universe. Personality is not present on these paradise satellites. Therefore, is there little concerning these pure spirit abodes, which can be presented to the mortal and material personality. We are taught that these worlds teem with the otherwise than personal life of the beings of the eternal Son. We infer that these entities are being assembled for ministry in the projected new universe of outer space. The universe philosophers maintain that each paradise cycle, about 2 billion years of Urantia time, witnessed the creation of additional reserves of these orders on the secret worlds of the eternal Son. As far as I am informed, no personality has ever been on any one of these spheres of eternal Son. I have never been assigned to visit one of these worlds in all my long experience in and out of paradise. Even the personalities co-created by eternal Son do not go to these worlds. We infer that all types of impersonal spirits, regardless of parentage, are admitted to these spirit homes. As I am a person and have a spirit form, no doubt such a world would seem empty and deserted, even if I were permitted to pay it a visit. High spirit personalities are not given to the gratification of purposeless curiosity, purely useless adventure. These are all times together. There is at all times together too much intriguing and purposeful adventure to permit the development of any great interest in those projects, which are either futile or unreal. The worlds of the infinite spirit. Between the inner circuit of Harvona and the shining spheres of the eternal sun, there circle the seven orbs of infinite spirit, worlds inhabited by the offspring. And I promise you I turned these. Of the infinite spirit by the Trinitized sons of glorified created personalities, and by other types of unrevealed beings concerned with the effective administration of many enterprises of the various realms of universe activities. The seven master spirits are the supreme and ultimate representatives of the infinite spirit. They maintain their personal stations, their powerful focuses on the periphery of paradise, but all operations concerned with their management and direction of grand universe are conducted on and from these seven special executive spheres of the infinite spirit. The seven master spirits are in reality the mind spirit balance wheel of the universe of universes, and all embracing, all encompassing, and all coordinating power of central location. From these seven special spheres, the master spirits operate to equalize and stabilize the cosmic mind circuits of the grand universe. They also have to do with the differential spiritual attitude and presence of the deities throughout the grand universe. Physical reactions are uniform, unvarying, and also always instantaneous and automatic. But experimental spiritual presence in the accordance with the underlying conditions or states of spiritual receptivity inherent in the individual minds of the realms. Physical authority, presence, and function are unvarying in all universes, small or great. The differing factor in spiritual presence or reaction is the fluctuating differential in its recognition and reception by will creatures. Whereas the spiritual presence of absolute and existential deity is in no manner whatever influenced by attitudes or of loyalty or disloyalty on the part of created beings. At the same time, it is true that the functioning presence of sub-absolute and experimental deity is definitely and directly influenced by the decisions, choices, and will attitudes of each finite creature's beings, by the loyalty and devotion of the individual being, planet, system, constellation, or universe. But this spiritual presence of divinity is not whimsical nor arbitrary. Its experimental variance is inherent with free will endowment of personal creatures. The determiner of the differential or spiritual presence exists in your own hearts and minds, and consistent in the matter of your own choosing, the decision of your minds, and in the determination of your will, your own wills. This differential is inherent in the free will reaction of intelligent personal beings, beings for whom the Universal Father has ordained shall exercise this liberty of choosing, and the deities are ever true to the ebb and flow of their spirits in meeting and satisfying the conditions and demands of the differential of creature choice. now bestowing more of their presence in response to a sincere desire for the same, again withdrawing themselves from the scene as their creature decided adversely in the exercise of the divinely bestowed freedom of choice. And thus does the spirit of divinity become humbly obedient to the choosing of the creatures of the realms. The executive abodes of the seven master spirits are, in reality, the paradise headquarters of the seven super universes and their correlated segments in outer space. Each master spirit presides over one super universe, and each of these seven worlds is exclusively assigned to one of the master spirits. There is literally no phase of the sub-paradise administration of the seven super universes which is not provided for on these executive worlds. There are not so exclusive as the spirits of the Father or those of the Son, and through residential status is limited to native beings, and those who work thereon. These seven administrative planets are always open to all beings who desire to visit them and who can command the necessary means of transit. To me, these executive worlds are the most interesting and intriguing spots outside of paradise. In no other place in the wide universe can one observe such varied activities involving so many different orders of living beings, having to do with operations on so many diverse levels, occupations at once material, intellectual, and spiritual. When I am accorded a period of release from assignment, if I change to be on Paradise or Havona, I usually proceed to one of these busy worlds of the seven master spirits, there to inspire my mind with such spectacles of enterprise, devotion, loyalty, wisdom, and effectiveness. Nowhere else can I observe such an amazing inter-association of personal and performances on all seven levels of universe reality. And I am always stimulated by the activities of those who will know how to do their work and who so thoroughly enjoy it. Presented by Perfecter of Wisdom, commissioned thus to function by Ancients of Days on your Versa. And that, my friends, is paper 13. Next time, Essential and Divine Universe. I'm excited. I know that was a kind of a short one. And this is a moderately long one. So I'll leave it there. I'm excited for this one. I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful night. Love and light to each and every one of you. Please don't forget to hit that like, that subscribe, and share if this is something that resonates with you. And it's okay if it doesn't. Hope all of you have an amazing night. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.